Hello, graduating seniors. Usually I have the privilege of sending you off on your way after you do the Globus presentation in Dr. Manley's class or in my class. Obviously, we're not getting a chance to do that together face to face this semester. So I wanted to make a little video both to tell you what you can expect in these unusual graduation season and also to give you my standard headed out the door speech. Of all of the disappointments that COVID-19 has brought to the spring semester, I think the greatest is that you're not going to get a chance to celebrate your graduation, and we're not going to get a chance to see you celebrate that. But there's nothing any of us can do to change that. You should have, the university said right from the very beginning that there wouldn't be a spring commencement ceremony. So hopefully that's no news to you. There's not going to be an honors banquet. We are not going to be able to have our college honors event. We looked at doing some things alternatively, and frankly, none of them would work or pass muster with the folks in Hardin. So we're not going to be able to do that. That's the bad news. The good news is the university tentatively set the 1st of August as a commencement. The bad news is I don't think anybody really thinks that's going to be feasible with where we are with the virus. And so I'm hearing some rumblings that you may have the opportunity to walk in the December ceremony. More to follow on that. What we are going to do is there's going to be a virtual graduation ceremony, still to be developed, and I don't know many details. I do know that the registrar's office is collecting photos of you that we can put into the live stream of the graduation event. So if you have a photo that you would like to share, by all means, send that to the registrar's office and they'll integrate that into whatever ceremony happens. What I can guarantee you is that you're going to get a goodie from me in the mail. I know everybody's going to look forward to that. If you've won any awards or we have any special certificates, we'll be sending them to you in the mail also. But at a minimum, everybody will get something from me in the mail. And most importantly for you, I've actually had some people ask me, so what is my status? Have I graduated? And the answer is, provided you hit all the hurdles, yes, you've graduated. Congratulations. And so you can expect your diploma to arrive in the mail from the registrar's office probably in mid-June. So that's who you are as a graduate. Let's talk about what it looks like for you going forward in this email. First of all, you'll see a link, a couple of links to some surveys. Please, please, please complete those surveys. They are very important for us in the assurance of learning process and also in validating the quality of your education. I'll tell you right up front, the career outcomes survey is going to ask you some impolite questions, things like, what is the salary in your new position? One of the things that we are increasingly being asked to do by AACSB is to track the salaries of our graduates. Now, you may choose to go work in the nonprofit sector where you're not going to make a particularly high salary, and that's great. You may choose to do a lot of things where you don't make a high salary. That's great too. But on average, we know that if we're doing a good job with our education, we're going to see salary success for our graduates. And that's why they're asking us to track it. So please complete the survey. And in a few months, you're going to get one or two additional surveys from me in the mail. They'll actually be coming from the Career Management Center, but they'll have an introduction from me on it. And we're going to be asking you very similar questions because we need to know how successful you are in your career. And we also need to know your most candid evaluation of the Dillard College and the education you received as a part of our accreditation process. So please take the surveys. Let me offer you three quick pieces of advice. You are graduating into an era of uncertainty. We know that. Lots of students have graduated into areas of uncertainty. And so things are not necessarily going to be as easy for you as you would like and as they would have been if you'd have graduated 6 months or a year ago. My advice is get over it and get after it. There are still opportunities out there in the world. I'm not one of those who believe the world has completely changed due to COVID-19. I believe that we're going to be in a very tough economic situation for a while. And so you just need to get after it. If you say to me, hey, bald guy, I'm not really sure what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's okay. Go out and do something. And when you do something and you have some success in doing that something, you're going to see other doors of opportunity open. You will not see those doors if you don't get after it and do something. And maybe in that process of doing something, you determine, I hate this and I absolutely don't want to do this. Guess what? By being successful in something will give you more credibility to jump into something else that you might like to do. And so my second piece of advice is similar. Do whatever you can. I'll tell you right up front, I did not understand initially what it was to be a college graduate. You step out and you think, well, I shouldn't have to do that. I'm a college graduate. You don't need a degree to do this. You know what? That's just kind of the world. You are not above doing any work. You're not above doing any jobs. If you go out and look at some of the most successful people career-wise, the first couple of years out of their college education, they were doing jobs where large parts of it you didn't need an education to do, but they learned everything on the ground floor. They built a lot of respect amongst the workforce of people who didn't have a degree, that they knew what they knew and that they understood everything that happened. And then that set the foundation for them to progress in their careers. So just do whatever you have to do. You are not above anything. And the last point, though, is while you're doing whatever you have to do, look for growth opportunities. You are the CEO of your career. Nobody cares about your career more than you do. So you better be looking for further education opportunities, jobs that give you growth, career or industry moves to move you into something that you like and that is a growing industry. So always be on the lookout for growth opportunities. And if you're in a job where you go, hey, there just aren't any, then I would say, very quietly put out your resume and start looking for another job, because long term, that's not where you're going to want to be. So I want to close with 3 personal favors, if you will. I'd like you to do 3 things for me. The first is I'd like you to find that person or persons in the Dillard College that has really made a difference to you. It can be that professional advisor who got you through a very tough freshman year or a very tough transition process. It can be your academic advisor or your faculty advisor who got you into a course just at the right time. It can be that staff member who pushed down a barrier when you were about ready to quit. It can be that faculty member who at the time you felt like was just way too demanding. And now you recognize that they pushed you and you had a growth spurt because of what they asked you to do. Regardless, I hope that there are a couple of people here in the Dillard College that are very special to you. And now here's my request. Say thank you. Usually I ask people to go by their office and knock and just spend 2 minutes saying thank you. Today, I'm going to ask you to send an email or drop them a card in the mail. There is nothing that is more motivating to the faculty and the staff than to know they made a difference in your life. Nothing. Now, they would argue with me, but I would say I could raise their pay by $10,000 a year, and it wouldn't mean as much to them, really, as it would if you say thank you to them. So please help me out with motivation and morale in the Dillard College faculty and staff, and take the time to say thank you. The second thing I'd like you to do is be our best recruiter. We are looking for more great quality students to replace you. Higher ed's a competitive market. I need you to be a great recruiter out there. So talk up your education. Talk up what made attending MSU and the Dillard College special. Within your family, recommend us to your brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, whatever. Be the ambassador and the cheerleader for MSU. And remember, we offer a great MBA degree. If you're moving away from us, it's fully accessible online. So if you're not interested in an MBA today, that's great. If you hear other people talking about an MBA, please talk up your alma mater. You can be one of our best recruiters. And in part, you're going to be a great recruiter for us because you're going to be a great success. And the last thing is, help us out by helping other Mustangs. You're going to get some letters from the development office asking you to give money. Hey, if you can give some money, great. Let me let you in on a secret. I don't care if you give any money because you can actually do so much more. Well, I don't care now if you don't give any money. 10, 15 years when you're making more money, yeah, I would really like you to start giving money. But I want you to reach back and help Mustangs. Here's what I mean. In your new position, do you see an internship opportunity? Call us and let us know so that we can send some students your way. Do you see job opportunities in your current employer? Call us, recommend us to your HR function, send somebody to a career fair. You come back to a career fair. Do what you can to hold your hand out and pull that next group of Mustangs to where you are. Because you know what? As you succeed in your career and you help other people succeed and they become our best recruiters, then we're going to continue to have a great program, and MSU is going to become an even greater place, such that the value of your degree and the prestige of your degree just grows even more over time. So you don't have to have a lot of money to be very valuable to me as an alumni. Talk fondly about us, talk us up, help us bring in more students, help us place more people into the workplace, and you'll be a great asset. So, enough of this video. I offer you my strongest congratulations. You're hopefully watching this while you still have some finals to go through, so give that last push to the finish line. Stay in touch. We've invested in you. We have a stake in you. We care about you. We love to hear from you as you tell us about you getting married, getting promoted, having kids, all those things, because we just really do care. Good luck.